So, my photography career turned 2 years old on the 14th of June. 2 years ago, I left the charity work organization that I was working at full-time for 4 years to become a real person for the very first time. And I wanted to just share with you what it feels like to be where I am at. Also, I want to say something before everything comes to fruition materially, because the material will catch up. However, I already know that I'm there. Essentially, 2 years ago, I couldn't make a single cent of income using photography, and I had to figure out how to do it. And I figured it out, tried. Now, yesterday I made like, I used to dream of making 500 Rand in a day. Yesterday I made like, how much? 1,600 Rand. Basically, over these 2 years, I've done like some very ridiculous things and gained a very good reputation on the internet and in my community. I was in the newspaper. Just the story of my photography career is in the newspaper. I've written 3 books, which sounds nuts, but I'm also like, I was always a top English student at my school. For Cambridge English, I scored 91% for creative writing. The top of the world is 93%. So like literally just some fluke or some slight difference or some slight luck is the only reason why I don't have the actual top English in the world at IGCSE, at Cambridge level, essentially. So if there's something I want to say, I can put it into a book. I've made 3. The first one is called Technical Gold, Business for Photographers. The reason I made that book is because I noticed that there are some things that only apply to Europe and America that I find online, which do not apply to Africa. And I needed a more universal guide. Africa is more culture-based than it is tech-savvy, for lack of better words. If my uncle says, use my nephew for the photo shoot, this use my nephew will carry me even if I do bad photos, because culturally we have a very good enforcement of, or reinforcement of, goodwill. You'll have as many chances as you need as long as you get the cultural element of goodwill in. As an example, there's different places that do different things, but essentially Technical Gold is me taking away the need for sophistication of an economy or a society and addressing just this cultural element, and it becomes a more universal guide because it will work both in the rural areas and in New York. That's my very first book. The second one is called Black Money. It's holistic money making for the creative African black. Basically, the little things that a person doesn't know to do, who's a photographer, I put into this book. Photographer, videographer, designer, artist. It's all art at the end of the day, so there are similar precepts, similar concepts, similar rules. So the reason why I say it's creative, holistic money making for the creative African black is because the rules are the same, right? Somebody better not fucking start a call behind me. Good. I'll kill every last human being. I get frustrated. Anyway, but I don't stop the video. So that's Black Money, holistic money making for the creative African black. And then the third one is called Night in Shining Amor. Everything starts from you the spirit. And Night in Shining Amor is how I discovered I myself, the spirit, through love. And that's my third book. It's a very important book, but like very uncomfortable to write because I'm talking about private things, I'm talking about personal things, I'm talking about the way in which I love, and it makes me feel vulnerable. But it's also necessary because the very first thing before you can do is you need to be. In order to do the things a warrior does, you need to be a warrior. Do you see? And I wrote these 3 books. I scored top photographer at Wits University in their award show last year. I just entered again this year. I don't think I can do it twice because I don't think I'm that lucky. But I'll tell you what, I'm lucky enough. I got sponsored, a sponsorship worth R1 million. There's a bunch of printers in town that I can use now. Because of this sponsorship, got sponsored to start a media house. We shot our first reality TV show. It's called Zimazing Race, right? We shot it for Zimazing Race. You can inbox me for that one though, because it's a portfolio item. They haven't released the full version, like out yet, the full episode yet. But if you want it, you can message me. And I've been on national radio twice now, once for the award show, and once for just my career as a photographer, because essentially I don't do it like anyone else does it. I don't have the simple, I want to make $1 right now approach. I'm building empire 0.1 centimeters at a time. Each time I meet someone new, because I know how to stack all the effects to make it a snowball, to go from 0 to 1,600 and like even more. There's one day when I made there's different days and I can make different amounts, and literally there's a 20,000 rand deal that I've got coming up as well. But essentially I know how to stack it, and if you look at me 10 years from now, it will really be some Goliath operation, but just because I'm following basic principles. One of the things that I'm enjoying at this point in my life is that you can't see that I've made it. Only I can see that I've made it, which is magnificent, because I get to see you guys, or maybe not you exactly, but I get to see people just like saying stupid things to me, playing petty games with me, and I get to experience humanity as a normal human before it shows that I'm in the promised land. I've got all the elements that I need down for perception management, such that I can present my media house stuff, and I myself, as an entity, a creative entity, I can now present myself very well and represent myself perfectly. And I'm gonna just quickly check if this thing is recording, by the way. Okay, great. That would have been a lot of talking to not record. But in essence, I am in the promised land. I already have everything that I need to be able to become relatively rich. Do you see? And I'm just waiting for it to play out, but at the same time I'm getting special kinds of motivation, special kinds of new understandings, you know? By special kinds of motivation, I mean I'm getting pissed off by people playing petty games with me, having petty conversations, and not understanding what I'm saying when I'm trying to move forward. One of my greatest prides in my career is that nothing material was ever supplied by my family to me to do with my business. And it's not out of like just pride or something. I did ask for like help at some points, but essentially the idea is because an older generation will never understand a newer generation, because their hardware is dated and their software is dated. I've just struggled to communicate to them that, no, listen, yes, you did send me to school to take photos, but you sent me to school to take the greatest photos ever. You just don't know that you sent me to school for that. And they're gonna come around when they come around. But I just wanted to literally take a moment to express just the feeling of where I'm at. It's been a long time coming. It should have taken shorter for me to get up to a point where I feel like I can actually just take the world in a fell swoop. I am there. The goalposts are not moving. And you'll watch it happen as it happens. And basically, when someone comes back to this video, because I'm going to be further forward, when someone comes back to this video, I want them to understand that before you reach the promised land in real life, you must reach the promised land in your heart. It's about you. It's not about the material world. If you are worthy, the material will form around you. If you are ready, the world will form around you. And if you get to a point where you believe in yourself, it's inevitable that everyone will come around. And I wanted to share this is the essence of the video. If you are ready, then you are ready. And I am ready. I'm looking forward to the rest of the journey. Thank you for being with me so far. Yeah. Watch me take the world. This is the tutorial.